Welcome back to the Nolan Build Shop, where today we're going to build a mid-century modern coffee table. Alright, we're going to turn this pile of lumber into a mid-century modern coffee table. First we're going to start with breaking it down into manageable sizes, and then we're going to start milling it up. First at the joiner, and then we're going to move over to the planer, where we will make the one flat side parallel to the sides we just did on the joiner. And then we shall move over to the table saw to complete the fourth side to make this S4S lumber. Sorry if I wasn't clear in the beginning, but we are working with 4/4 red oak, and there will be one piece of, or a few pieces of 4/4 curly maple. So now we got our domino set and where we want to put them at, and then we're going to start mortising out the mortises with the domino to get ready for this glue up. Now I am using the Taylor clamp rack here to do my glue ups, just because I'm starting to run out of space in the shop and trying to utilize the tools that I have, even though this machine will be leaving the shop soon, hopefully, in order to make space for other machines coming for future projects. Alright, so now that we got this guy out of the clamps, we're taking it over to the Phantom CNC, where we are going to be cutting some curvatures on both pieces, the oak and the curly maple. And this is so that the curly maple can be the accent piece in between the two red oak pieces. And then we're going to flush trim all of our tabs off from the CNC, and we can put it all back together. Now that we have that done, we can glue it back up and get it ready to go over to the table saw, where we can cut it down to final width, and then we're going to take it to the track saw where we can cut it down to final length. Now once everything is cut to size, we are going to run this thing through the 50-inch drum sander, and that is going to get all of our surfaces perfectly level to each other, and I don't have to do a lot of hand sanding. So now that all that is done, we're doing a test trial fit, and then we're going to mark where we're going to put some more dominoes in order to join the top section to the lower section to the middle section. And don't forget to number each joint so that you know which one goes where. Man, the dominoes are a really expensive tool, but when you need it and it comes in handy, it is one tool that I would not trade, because just being able to put in hidden joinery and not having any pocket holes or screw holes or staples or nails is a really nice feature to have, especially for furniture pieces. Alright, so we're putting this together as a dry fit to make sure all the pieces line up well together, everything is in alignment, and then we move on to setting our feet. I'm using the Waddell Part B brackets so that I can give these legs an angle to give it that mid-century modern feel. First we pre-drill, and then we screw in our screws to secure the bracket, and then we put the legs on to make sure that it looks the way that I want it to look. And the final little touch is this little metal piece to the leg. I didn't make these legs, I actually bought them, but it is a really nice feature. So now we move on to sanding, getting it prepped and ready for staining, and then we're going to put our roundovers on where they need to be, and then the rest of them I had to do by hand. Now here comes the most tedious part of the build, and that is staining this table with the middle part not being stained. I thought about taping it off, but I figured I would probably get bleed through. So basically I just threw on some classical music, took my time, and just did a very little bit at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. And you'll see at the end of this process that it came out beautiful. I mean, just look at that. Oh my goodness. Now the easy part, where I get to go stain all the rest of it as fast as I want to stain it. And then we move on to a clear coat. I'm using Verithane water-based poly for the clear coat, and this coffee table is being matched to a previous piece that the customer ordered from me. And that is why everything is being used the way it is being used. This is why I used red oak and stained it instead of using walnuts, because I am making a matching piece to a piece that I've already built for her. Now that everything is dry and ready to go, we are going to permanently install the legs and start assembling the table for its final assembly. I am sanding a little bit where the glue is going to go, just so it can have a little bit of adhesion, but most of the glue strength is going to be in the dominoes itself, so that when I get ready to glue this thing together, I have some type of adhesion to each other. And this is where the domino pays for itself, because you can make pretty much knockdown furniture, or furniture that can be assembled after all of the finishing has been done, and you can do this without having to worry about screws or anything like that. Now that all fits together and everything looks good, I'm going to add some clamps, let the clamps dry, and we have ourselves a mid-century modern coffee table. And everyone says that this coffee table looks like it came straight out of the 60s, and that's what the customer was going for. That's what she got, and I think it looks beautiful. Alright, she's all done. What do you guys think? I think she is a beauty. Oh man. So we have alternating panels of curly maple and red oak for the support braces, and we have that nice feature on the top with the contrast between the curly maple and the red oak stained in dark walnut. And I really love the legs. Oh man, those little metal pieces are just a touch of excellence. Alright guys, so if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and stay tuned for the next build.